Tom Holland just denied that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will be in Spider-Man 3 for anything Spider-Verse related, even though we all know they totally will. Why he lying like that? What's up, everybody? It's Josh. Welcome back to the channel. Smash that like button, and a reminder that we're doing many dope things over on our live streaming channel. If you haven't, you should go check it out. All right, let's get right into this. This is like wild to me because it's just a little thing that Tom Holland has said in an interview, but it is blowing up and causing a bunch of craziness to take place on social media. So let's talk about first what happened, and let's talk about what people are saying, and then I'll sort of give you my take on everything, okay? So in a recent Esquire interview, or an interview with Esquire magazine, Tom Holland, and by the way, the article is titled "The Charm and Grit of Tom Holland," and yet they fed him to the internet wolves. In this interview, when directly asked about the rumors of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire coming into the Spider-Man 3 film, he said this: No, they will not be appearing in this film unless they have hidden the piece of information from me, which I think is too big of a secret for them to keep from me. It'll be a continuation of the Spider-Man movies we've been making.
Yeah, that's what it said on the news.
Now, this is really interesting for a couple of different reasons. I think one of the reasons the internet has sort of latched onto this is because Tom, in the past, has given away spoilers before. He's been very open about things, and even his excitement and enthusiasm have sort of given things away before for the MCU, right? And so a lot of people look to like Tom Holland whenever he's doing anything on social media or talking in an interview, and they're expecting a lot of news to trickle out. And I think they might believe, many people out there, that these comments he is making in this interview are just like all of the comments that he made in the past, that this is him maybe even slipping up and confirming that a lot of the rumors about Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and all of these other things, including Norman Osborn, are completely false. But this is why I think this story is actually blowing up. It's not even the fact that Tom Holland is denying that this is out there, and I think being coached to lie in a very specific way with this answer, which I do believe is what is happening. But it's the fact that a lot of these actors are now being asked to lie by the studios, and it's a little bit awkward. It puts them in an awkward situation. Like, legitimately, there are people online right now that are actually mad at Tom Holland. I know, crazy. Like, how could you legit get mad at Tom Holland for just doing his job and saying this thing? I'm not taking this too seriously, but there are people out there that are legitimately mad about this, that he is lying. And real quick, let me just address the weird possibility that he's actually being truthful here. Is there a chance that Tom Holland's being 100% truthful here? Sure, it's possible, but at this point, guys, there's way too much evidence that's just mounted that suggests that at the very least, for some kind of a cameo, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are going to be in the film. But if you listen or read closely as to what Tom said, he's technically not saying that that's not possible. He's talking about how the film is going to be a continuation of the Spider-Man movies that they have been making. And I think he's sort of downplaying the Spider-Verse aspects of the film. And on a very crazy side note, there's a rumor out there that has a very, very low percentage chance of being true. In fact, it's pretty low.
Possibility of success is approximately 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
But it's technically possible that they are shooting Spider-Man 3 and another Spider-Verse movie, or Spider-Man 4, at the same time right now. Because you see, if that is actually what's going on here, then Tom Holland could technically be answering questions about Spider-Man 3 right now, have Andrew and Tobey be shooting with him right now, but technically for Spider-Man 4, and him being able to lie and yet be honest because it's all actually for Spider-Man 4. I don't know if you're following me on that, and again, very small percentage chance that that's the case, but I did want to address it. What is actually more than likely the case is the fact that, yeah, they're totally shooting with all of these crazy actors. I mean, Tom Holland literally just came out the other day and said this will be the most ambitious solo comic book movie of all time, sort of hinting that all of these rumors were true. And then he comes out days later and makes a statement like this. It's obvious. The mouse doesn't want him spoiling this stuff. They're forcing him to lie. It's weird. It puts him in an awkward situation. But the situation with Tom only gets more awkward if we get mad at him for it. We shouldn't take it that seriously. We should laugh at him and be like, haha, yeah, they're not in it. Totally feel you, bro. Now, another aspect of this that could be happening here is the fact that there's potentially some contract issues going on with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. Now, this might get into sort of a hot button sort of topic. I recently actually sort of had a little Twitter spat back and forth with one Andy Signor, who has reported that he has heard for sure that Tobey is 100% signed, that Andrew is signed, and they are doing this thing. And interesting, a couple of updates to this story, guys. According to Daniel Richtman's Patreon, Tobey Maguire has officially signed. So whatever's going on with this craziness might be sort of over already. Now, again, as we were sort of just saying, there were people out there that were saying, no, Tobey is already signed. There were some people saying that he hadn't signed. Now, even Daniel Richtman is indicating that he has signed, which is really interesting. But he also adds that he will have several different outfits in the film. We'll do all sorts of speculating on what that means in future videos. Another interesting addition to this story is, here's what Tom said about Spider-Man 3, also in that Esquire interview. He said, I honestly have no idea what the film is about, and I'm 8 weeks into shooting it. And so when you add together that he also said it's the most ambitious superhero movie of all time, he's saying he has no idea what the film is about, but he's also saying that they're not in the movie as far as Tobey and Andrew, unless they're hiding it from him. This all makes it into a big gooply glob of mess. And yes, I do believe it pretty much confirms that Tom Holland is lying. And honestly, we shouldn't be surprised, folks. Recently, Tatiana Maslany went on late night television and completely denied being cast as She-Hulk, and then it was later confirmed that she, yes, is indeed going to be She-Hulk. So these things get broke in the press, and then people lie about it. It's the same thing with the Chris Evans deal. That Chris Evans deal for him coming back to the MCU, looking to be more and more real. I think he's real, and he's coming back, and it has to do with Hydra Cap, and we're going to talk about that in more videos and everything like that. But it is sort of a conversation out there about these actors lying, and there is precedence that they have lied and they've been lying before. A lot of people just see it for what it is, but some people are upset. But regardless, this story is interesting. I didn't expect it to make this much of an impact. People are like mad at Tom. People are mad at Disney. People are mad at Tobey Maguire, which is probably the one person we actually should be mad at. Like, come on, sign Tobey. If you haven't, but you probably have. I don't know, bro. Let us know what you think about all of this, the comments by Tom, all of the different rumors when it comes to Spider-Man 3. We'll, of course, be talking about this in different live streams and videos coming up. So, look forward to that. But yeah, let us know what you think in this video in the comment section. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.